What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as REP to BTC, also known as Augur. This was chosen by a patron of mine, so shout out to him for recommending this coin for review today. We will also be looking at the coin market cap, and as you guys know by the title, why Litecoin potentially has nowhere to go but up. As you guys know, the Litecoin halving is coming up, and there is some pretty wild predictions going around the Litecoin space, so we will be diving into that. Besides that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave that giant thumbs up so I know you like the content, and let's jump right into today's episode. So as you guys can see, we're on the current coin market cap. We'll do a little bit of analysis on this, then jump into this Litecoin prediction, potentially having nowhere to go, but up. As you guys can see, the market cap is 288.5. We have 24-hour volume at 52, and Bitcoin dominance at 57.5. So everything is slightly up from yesterday. Volume, the market cap, Bitcoin dominance. You can see as I scroll down, we do have a respective amount of coins that are up, and we do have a decent amount that are down. It actually seems like more down than up, but within 24 hours a lot of things do change. But we do have Bitcoin, which is up, Ethereum, which is up. The other cryptos are down, but really not down by much. I'd say on average like 3 to 2%, really not much at all. Now what I really wanted to dive into, we do have Bitcoin at 9,300, Litecoin at 132, which was testing overbought, so that's why we're seeing this consolidation. But you can see we did have a pretty big dip from yesterday, so that's why we're seeing a little more volume as of right now. But so moving on, though, I do want to discuss with you this halving that's coming up, and I did find an article I wanted to share. This is on Investopedia. Hopefully you guys know what Investopedia is. It is a very, very, very big blog media website that talks a lot about finances. So the article that caught my eye, popped out to my attention was the best performing crypto coin up 340%. Is it named Bitcoin? You guys should know what that is. So yeah, obviously they're talking about this halving that's coming up, and it is talking about Litecoin in specific, saying while miners currently get 25 Litecoins now per block, they will receive 12.5 going on. And due simply to supply demand dynamics, a decrease in supply should drive the price up of the cryptocurrency, just as the crypto revival boosts the demand side. And we were going into the fact that usually moving up towards halving, as we can see, I don't know where it went, but moving up towards the halving, we usually see a surplus of the prices, and then we start to see price gains of a quite substantial rate. You can see right here, here it is. Every time we've seen the halving event in Bitcoin or Litecoin, the price has risen astronomically. When the last Litecoin halving took place 4 years ago, the price of the digital currency jumped roughly 60% in 3 months leading up to it per coin market cap. So that pretty much talks about the fact that we are getting very, very, very close to the halving, and we are starting to see the price increase by quite a bit. And now I do want to look at this coin and potentially see the possibilities of this major jump in price as we lead up towards the halving. As you guys know, the halving is coming up in the next month or two. I believe it is in August, so we have about a month left, or a month and a half. But you can see that kind of all ends right at the same price that this ascending wedge, ascending triangle that we've been tracking, ends. It's very interesting. Since the halving, we've shot up quite a bit. We started off at $26 in December, end of December into January, and you can see we've just, been growing substantially, testing $140. So from 20 to 140, it's about 7 times your buy, which is absolutely fantastic and phenomenal. But now leading up to this coin, you can see right here, we do have this split, this break, which is around the mid to end of August, right at around the price of the time of the halving, and we could anticipate a major blow off to the upside. And I don't want to be too bullish on this coin, but just to do some quick maths for you guys, if we look at the mouth of this ascending triangle right here, and we calculate the size of the coin, we could see a pretty major jump. So let's just go over to price range right here, and we'll track the mouth of this jump. And you can see this is about a 478% move, which is absolutely, fantastic. We could even do it a little smaller for you guys, not to be super bullish, but let's start right here. This was in beginning of February. this was about a 320% jump, and now if we just calculate 320%, we can get a rough estimate at where the potential for this coin to shoot is. So you can see as we extend it up, you'll notice 320% is right at around, it's actually quite high. 320% ends up being right at around here, which is $470, which is, a substantial price increase. Actually, I apologize. That's gains of $470, which inevitably would be closer to $612 for the coin, which I know is kind of crazy when you think about it. But, seeing the previous moves that we've had in, Litecoin, seeing the price skyrocket to $400, calling a $400, a $600 Litecoin is really not that bullish. It's really not that bullish because we've seen those prices before. I'm not making some astronomical claim like $2,000 or anything like that, but to see a move to $600 doesn't look too out of the ballpark. It's something we do have to, figure out. And this kind of all ends up right at around the time of the, the halving, which is right where the ascending triangle ends up closing. So it's going to be very interesting as we lead up to this event. We've got a month left, a little over a month left, and that will pretty much determine where the price of this coin is going to go. But there's a lot of, rumors going around. A lot of people like to buy the rumors and sell the news. So leading up to this halving, we could see a pretty big price surge within Litecoin that could shoot us up to some pretty astronomical prices. Now, in terms of short-term movement, the reason we are so low, or starting to move down lower, I apologize, not so low, but the reason we're moving down lower is on this daily chart. You'll notice that we are indeed nearing overbought, and that's pretty much the dead giveaway as to why we're seeing a retracement within the market. So you can see on the coin market cap, as I load it in, we are down 3.3%, and the reason being, quite frankly, just short term, is the fact that we are nearing, overbought on the RSI at around 65. You'll notice the price is kind of getting very stagnant, very sideways movement, and we could anticipate a small retrace down to potentially 115, 116, basically where this bottom support is, and then a potential retest of 126 as well. Obviously, 126 first, then potentially 116. These would be great buying opportunities leading up to the halving, because as we know, we may never see a $26 Litecoin ever again. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's definitely a possibility. But to move on to the other cryptocurrencies before we wrap up today's episode, you'll notice that Bitcoin is also nearing overbought, hitting its resistance. You'll notice this uptrend right here within this ascending wedge is starting to have some problems with this ascending triangle, the ascending wedge hitting resistances up here. You'll notice that this could be an indicator of a retracement within the entire market. Bitcoin obviously is the number one coin, so we're seeing problems right now. We're not seeing much movement because of the fact that we're, nearing overbought, and we're seeing resistance up here. Now moving on to Ethereum, which is very similar to Bitcoin as well. A little bit better though. We're lower on the RSI, but you'll notice that now we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of resistance because of this $270 line. It's nice to see that we're back up to retest 270, but we're seeing a lot of issues right now, a lot of problems. So we're waiting to see consolidation, sideways movement, a potential retrace back down to 240, which is great to dollar cost average if you manage to accidentally buy up here. And it's no accident, because we do think that as come this halving, we should see a lot of volume injection all over the market, and this ascending triangle will eventually close off. You'll notice like this. And we could see a major break up, 200-300% gains, to the upside come the end of July into August, which is, again, right around the same time that this halving is coming. Now, lastly, to wrap up today's episode, I do want to look at Augur, REP. Now, obviously, in the markets, we do see a lot of inverse coins that go against the market normal trends. Augur is a prime example of this. So as we know, we've been seeing the markets, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, test overbought. You can see Bitcoin's RSI is testing overbought, Litecoin's RSI is testing overbought, REP is oversold. So it's acting inversely as the market. Cryptos are moving up, the big altcoins are moving up, but we're starting to see the smaller ones like Augur to retrace and head lower. Now we are in this oversold market right now, and I did do some analysis, I did do some charting, and what I'm noticing is that we do have one potential level to retrace lower to, and I don't want to count this out, but this coin could look good in case we do decide to break to the upside. Now, the interesting thing is there isn't much lower. I was looking RAP to USD on on Coinbase. The chart, there's really not much charting there. That's why I'm using the Bitcoin one. But you'll notice this has a lot more history towards the coin on Binance, and you'll notice this is the bottom. This is the farthest this coin has ever went in terms of retracement, and that's right around here. So this is an impending strong support, and there is a good chance we could see a movement lower. So if I was to be buying into REP Augur, I would start my dollar cost averaging at the price level it currently is due to the fact it is oversold. And then if we head lower, this would be the next buy-in zone that I buy into, and we're probably not going to go much lower than that. We could see a nice retracement off of that price and then see a big move up, retesting its high-low MMA as it swoops back in. So this is definitely an awesome coin to be checking out. Shout out to you. You know who you are. As part of my Patreon, he is a awesome person on my Patreon. So huge shout out to you. Thank you for recommending this coin. Very interesting in terms of seeing inverse, charting compared to the, mainstream altcoins and cryptocurrencies. You're starting to see this one do the exact opposite, which could reflect the potential when we start to see these markets dip, which could be very, very, very soon because we know that they're all overbought. We could see REP Augur do the exact opposite and start to move up and start to see volume move into Augur. But that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Let's get us to 11,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.